All right. Okay. Hello, everybody. Hopefully you can hear me. Let me just make sure I have a speaker sound. I think I do. I think I have speaker sound. All right, good. So let me pull up our PowerPoint for today. Da-da-da-da. Let everybody get in here. Mastery. All right. We're on session 4. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hi. I'm so glad that you all are here. Let's get started. So I have to hide this floating thing because it's getting on my nerves. Okay. So we are at, this is session 4. I think this is week 5, maybe. I gotta go back and look. Week 4 or week 5. So hopefully you all been making some progress in your business. Let's get going. So since we are at week 5, I think it's week 5. That means we have 7 more weeks to go. I'm pretty sure it's week 5. I am praying and hoping every single day that you are actually making some progress, chipping away at your business, chipping away at making progress in sales and engaging in activity. And if you're part of the academy, Renata and I are teaching retail arbitrage on Tuesday. So make sure you plug into that session. It's going to be a workshop. We're doing a 2-part workshop series. So tune in. It's free to academy members, so you don't have to pay for anything. And we just want to encourage you, to continue to make progress in your business. So hopefully you're looking at your why on a daily basis, pulling it up. Like I said before, our morning routine is a little different than most. We go through the process of kind of looking at every morning, getting up, giving thanks, going through scriptures, and then looking at the why. Why am I doing this? What am I doing? And I kind of look at my daily schedule about the same time that I'm looking at the why. So I'm reminded myself what I'm supposed to accomplish today. And another hack is to review your schedule before you go to bed. So sometimes writing out your schedule, so reading it, writing it, and speaking it, those are the 3 ways to reinforce it into the subconscious mind. That is true. So, read it, write it, and speak it before you go to bed, then read it, write it, and speak it when you wake up in the morning. And your subconscious mind will do as much as possible to bring that to the forefront so you can remember to refocus on those things, those activities. So if your goal is to get to 2,090 days, your objective is at least $22.23 in profit every single day. 4,000, 6,000. I don't know what your number is. I really want to help people get to their numbers. So don't forget to plug in on Tuesday evening at 8 p.m. if you're part of the academy and to the RA workshop if you're up for doing RA. Not everybody's up for doing RA. The next workshop after that is the OA. So the status. I'm assuming everybody's accessed the membership site. I did just, let me go here real quick. Let's go real quick. www.ecomsellersmastery.com. At the bottom, no, maybe not. Hold on. Mastery.com. Okay. So if you scroll all the way to the bottom, there is a login button at the bottom. So you don't have to go back to your email. You just click on the login button at the bottom and you'll be able to log in to the membership site. So feel free to do that. In addition to that, we also I've been gradually adding other sections. So there's a template section that I built out for template and resources for Amazon, template and resources for eBay. So it hasn't been populated yet. I built it out yesterday. So we're going to go ahead and start adding hyperlinks to other documents that you can reference. Then we'll also start adding bonus videos. So just sharing that information. So let's go back to the slideshow. Okay, so accessing the membership site, hopefully you had a chance to do that. Also, have you been tracking your numbers? So last week, I gave you a sheet where you could see what your numbers look like and whether or not you're on track for your numbers, whether or not you're making progress towards those numbers or not. And if you're not on track, I really encourage you to go back, click on the hyperlink and go and, fill out the form. See what you're doing week over week. That's going to tell you whether or not you're really being disciplined enough to achieve your goals or whether you're just really haphazard or having a difficult time focusing. I'm going to tell you, COVID-19 has been challenging for everybody. It's been challenging for adults and kids. It's been challenging for healthcare workers, and it's been challenging for everybody. And so trying to stay focused is kind of hard. And so God made us to move, like he gave us legs and arms. So we're so used to moving. And so sitting in front of a computer all day long, nobody wants to do that. So try to figure out some creative ways to help you to refocus. So I've told you in session 1 about the fact that I use music to help me to focus. That's my jam, that's my thing. And music helps me. I will play a song that I know is a certain length and maybe line up a couple of songs, or either I created a playlist on YouTube, and that will help me to focus on the activities that I'm supposed to be doing, in whatever time. It also kind of motivates me to move around a little bit, or it gets my spirit, my energy, keeps me hyped up and excited about what I'm doing versus not. And then another thing you might do is when you go out listing. So I always take multiple phones with me when I go out and scan, if I'm out scanning. And on one of my phones, I might be playing that playlist with my earbuds on so that I am really high energy the whole time that I'm out scanning. So again, and it also helps me to stay on track. So I know when my full hour is over, if I say I'm going to go out and scan for an hour, I don't have to look at a watch. I know that when 6 songs play or 8 songs play, at the end of the 8th song, that's 1 hour. So it's just another hack to help keep you focused and re-energized and motivated to continue doing the work that you need to do when it comes to your business. Okay. The other thing is, I've already mentioned timers. So you can set a timer on your phone. If you say that you're going to scan, once you walk into the store and you get in the aisle, start the timer and then scan. And when the timer goes off, then you have worked that store for at least an hour, go to the checkout, get in the car, drive to the next store. As soon as you get into the first aisle, turn on the timer. If you're planning on doing 2 hours worth of scanning, do a full 2 hours worth of scanning. I'm not including commute time. I'm not including checkout time. I'm talking about actual physical scanning. So again, just to be more intentional about what you're doing. So are you sourcing from the top 1% of the Amazon sales rank? Yes or no? Only you will know that. Where did you source this week? So I don't know where you source. If you were doing online arbitrage or retail arbitrage, we gave you a boatload of options in session 1 and session 3. So go back and look at those. That's a lot of product inventory. And as I continue to tell you, if you go into the stores, there's no way you're not going to find inventory to sell. Because again, the stores are not getting the foot traffic that they need. And so now that the CDC has given the guidelines and stores have implemented over the last 6 weeks what they need to have in place for people to come and do shopping, you're seeing that the aisles, I walked into Five Below yesterday and the aisles were packed. I know that they're doing some kind of rotation of traffic, so it's a maze at that point, but so they're trying to control the flow of traffic to the cash register. But the point is, the store is packed. They have more inventory than they're used to having this time of year. They're used to people coming in, buying stuff and leaving. They're used to people coming in and buying things to go play at the lake or play at the water park or go play at the pool. That's what they're used to. And all of this stuff is just sitting on their shelves. So even if right now, this is just a tip, even if right now people aren't buying those things, you can still buy them and list them. You can wait until they go on clearance. And I do know that Five Below does put things on clearance. Big Lots is one of my favorite places to go, but they've changed their whole structure and they got a whole bunch of big furniture in the middle. So their aisles where they used to have a boatload of toys are on the outskirts. It's like a big giant U. It's annoying. And so it's kind of weird. Their configuration is weird right now. But again, they have a lot of great inflatables for the pool and a lot of pool related toys and stuff like that. And they will put their stuff on clearance. So don't overlook the opportunity to grab clearance in about another, 4 weeks or even 6 weeks. If you're going to the store on a regular basis, you'll be able to find some of this stuff. How many listings did you create this week? How many sales did you get this week? Did you follow your schedule? All the time, follow the schedule. That's going to be the key. So I need to find just 1 second. I'm going to stop sharing for just a second. I need to find the document from last week. So I'm going to go and find that because I meant to pull that up first, so that we can look at that document one more time. And it is for your listing. Backwards. Just a second. I think somebody has reorganized my folder. I apologize. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna put it in the chat. I found the document. I just don't know what happened there. But that's okay. Inventory tracking 12 week. Okay, this is the document we want. All right, sharing my screen again. There we go. All right, so this is the document that I'm talking about. We encourage you guys to go to Files, make a copy. And so once you go to Files, make a copy, you have the ability to come and fill this out. So we are on week 5. What do your numbers look like for week 5? So did you complete last week's assignments? Did you review? I don't know why that says session 1, but anyway, session 4 recording, that needs to be fixed. Did you attend any Q&A sessions? We do have them. They still happen. There's going to be one today at 2, and then there's going to be one. Okay, Nicholas.
Slide down
no. Okay, there is one.
After call,
no. So why? Because I'm in a meeting. No, not right now.
Why?
Because I'm in a meeting. Go downstairs. Go.
After client call, have it back?
Yeah, we'll see. All right, so I apologize. So after, did you attend the Q&A? So there's one at 2 o'clock. Then what platforms are you selling on?
Slide?
No, not right now. What platforms are you selling on? What? And if you're doing eBay and Amazon and Mercari and some other platforms, that's fine too. You can do as many platforms as you want to. We just encourage you to master one platform first before you move to another platform. What was your total time spent in your business this week, and how much time did you spend on the income producing activities? Again, so entering your total time, again, keeping track of where you are, so that way you're honest with yourself on whether or not you're really doing the things that you need to do in order to make the money you want to make. How much money did you say you could spend this week? So if your budget was, I was only going to spend $100, $200, $300, did you spend it? And what was your budget and how much did you really spend? Your total number of listings, how many listings did you create this week? How many sales did you get, and what was your total profit? So hopefully this was from last week's session, this document, and it's also shared in the Facebook group. And I think we're going to email that out if we didn't email it out. We'll make sure that we email out the links so you can click on file, make a copy, and then populate this and just be honest with yourself on whether or not you're reaching the goals that you're trying to reach. Okay? All right, so let's keep it moving. All right, so this week we're talking about niches. I don't know why we didn't have a transition slide for that, but we're talking about niches. Yeah, we don't have a transition slide. So we're talking about hot niches. Hot niches. What are people buying right now? So niches are, I gave the example of dog walkers, people that walk their dogs. And there are people that walk their dogs, and maybe they like to walk their dogs on the beach. Maybe they like to walk their dogs at the park. Maybe there are people who take their dogs to dog parks. Maybe they are people who have small dogs, people who have large dogs, whatever the case may be. So people who walk their dogs is a general niche. People who take their dogs, walk their dogs at dog parks, that's niching down. That's going deeper into the category. People who walk their dogs on the beach, that's going deeper into the category. People who have small dogs and walk them on the beach, that's going even deeper into the category. So again, you're focusing on a niche, something that a specific group of people are passionate about, interested in, do together. That's a niche. So family farms, this is a big deal. People are wanting to build farms in the backyard. They're wanting to build farms in their, maybe their community. Maybe some communities actually have like a block of land at the end of the block, and they use that block of land to feed the community. So those are community farms. Family farms, families are building farms, little miniature farms in their backyard. So they've got these raised farm boxes, and then they've got, maybe if there's not raised farm boxes, they're figuring out like the piping. I've seen all kinds of farms. But if you do a search on just building a farm, even if it's a backyard farm, if it's a community farm, if it is growing vegetables in your backyard, or you can grow them in your house, there's all these different ways in which to build or grow your own produce. Build a farm and grow your own produce. So farms are a big deal. And if you Google what are people buying to do gardening, what are people buying, not just general gardening. I'm talking about gardening where I'm growing produce. I'm growing something I can eat. So you can do a Google search. Google is always your friend. And see if you can source items for this specific niche, because this is something that people are looking for right now. Alternative cleaning supplies, that goes without saying. Actually, alternative cleaning supplies are going to be around forever. So if you can get in that niche and stay in that niche, do it. Because, you know, you do research on Lysol, you do research on bleach, you do research on all of these cleaning products, and some of them are just not safe. And with the amount of cleaning that people are doing right now, they're like, I need an alternative that's not going to jack up my child's immune system or cause them to have cancer later on in life because we're just spraying too much crap. So alternative cleaning supplies, go look into that. Do a Google search. What products are out there? And not just the products themselves. What are the accessories? Are people buying specific types of towels to do the cleaning? Are people buying specific types of wipes? Are people buying containers that their wipes can go in? Are people doing the make them from home kind of thing? What are the products that you could be selling to service this community of people, these people that are interested in this specific topic? What are those products or accessory related products you could be offering to satisfy that need? Imperfect produce, that's a whole category in and of itself. And there are people that are selling those produce boxes right now. So I don't know what you can and cannot do other than maybe selling bags, like bags where people can go if they're going to go out to a family farm, an actual farm out in the country, and they take their bags with them, that they're going to put all of the stuff that they pick into their bags. So maybe that's another option for those people who decide they're going to go out, because we volunteered and we've gone out to go pick produce. And so you get to bring some of that stuff home. So that could be a category. And what are the potential accessories that people need? Like, okay, if I'm going to go stand out in the field for a while, I'm gonna need a hat. I'm gonna maybe need some sunglasses. So that's something that people aren't thinking about. Like, you could put together an amazing bundle that includes a hat, some sunglasses, gloves, and not just like gloves, like surgical gloves or anything like that. I'm talking about like the Rubbermaid gloves, because you're gonna be out there in the dirt. Maybe some knee pads, and then, you know, a bag. I love making bundles, so bundles come to me easy. Games and puzzle suppliers. So are you guys reaching out to some of those games and puzzle suppliers and establishing wholesale accounts so that you can sell their products? Are you buying in bulk? So the Dollar Tree, you can buy, you can go into the Dollar Tree and you can buy products from the Dollar Tree. Hold on just a second. I don't know why it automatically changes the slide before I get a chance to do what I want to do. So if I go to dollartree.com, I can place an order for puzzles. And at this point, I don't think it really matters what puzzles because parents are trying to get their kids, keep their kids busy. So if I type in puzzles, okay, and I find some, I can call the number or I can place an online order. Here's the number up here. I can place an online order and just buy a box of puzzles. Buy the puzzles so you can sell them. So this is a 100-piece puzzle set. There's 48. This looks like it's 36, 34. I don't know. What is that? So tiny. Even with glasses on. There's some 48s, 24s. Okay, so it's a variety. It's a hodgepodge. Okay. And they've got some 100 and some 48s. But again, selling puzzles. Spot the difference. I don't know how many pieces. This is not necessarily a puzzle. That looks like, yeah, there's a whole bunch of crafts. I don't know if you guys know that you can place orders and place the orders with, oh, this one is out. Are you serious? Crazy Art 300 pieces. One case. They have no picture. So again, trying to keep kids busy, trying to keep them distracted. Doesn't say it's out of stock. They just don't have a picture. So I could just do a Google search to see if I can find this. And then I can go list. Crazy Art does not like for you to, on Amazon, you'll get a IP claim from them for Crazy Art, but that doesn't mean you can't sell it on other platforms. So it looks like they've got five senses. This is a 200-piece set of puzzles, $29.99. So the Crazy Art that we were looking at was a 300-piece set. Somebody selling it on ThreadUp. You're buying it for $1. You're buying one box for $1. So if you can see, like this one is a 5-piece set. It looks like there's 200 pieces each, but it's a 5-piece set. So with that being said, $5 for 300-piece puzzles, you're spending $5 on that. You're selling on Walmart for $29.99. What could you do? Because Walmart's not going to have those restrictions that Amazon's going to have for this particular brand. Okay, so be thinking about what you can do, where you can sell some of these puzzles. I'm sure that they bought these probably for $1 or selling them for $14, probably plus shipping. So again, it's an opportunity for you to make some money for puzzles that are, you know, there's a lot of pieces to them. So this, about the difference, I think these are workbooks. I don't think they're really puzzles. But again, something for kids to do. So we could check and see, is this on Amazon or not? It's not going to let me do search Google for this image. Yep, search Google for this image. Dollar Tree, Dollar Tree, Dollar Tree. Don't see it. So let's do this. Whoops. Because I want you to know puzzles are selling like crazy. People are making money off of puzzles. Even if you buy them from the thrift store, people are making a bunch of money on puzzles. So yes, we've gone down the rabbit hole of puzzles. So I want to look for Greenbrier. So I'm doing a search on Greenbrier for those of you trying to figure out what can I source from Walmart, I'm sorry, from the Dollar Tree. Okay, so cards, how many sellers are on that listing? It looks like there's 39 offers on that listing. This one, doesn't look like there's a bunch of sellers on this particular listing. That's a Greenbrier item. The little pebbles, so not seeing a boatload of sellers that are on this one, and it's clearly selling, it's Greenbrier. This one is the one that has the most offers though, it looks like. So these are the foam things. So if you want to make inside indoor crafts with making flowers. Okay. Greenbrier, this is Easter. So somebody has the Easter baskets up. Of course, these are the little buckets. There's 15 offers there. Bath salts, again, 3 packs. So you buy 3 of them. We all know that these are $1. Somebody's selling them for $15.90, $15.75. So again, just looking at ways. So they spent $6 and they're selling these for $19.55. Okay, they spent $6 because each one of those is $1. Okay, they spent $3 here. Each one of these is $1. So be thinking about what you can be doing. They spent $4 here. So what research can you be doing to see what you can sell? What I was looking for is to see if they had the green. So the puzzles are typically Benton or, I'm trying to remember. I'm so old. Nope. I think those are books. These are all books. Yeah, this is books. Yep, it's books. So spot the difference. That's an activity for the kids. So another great activity for the kids. You can buy those and then list them on, buy a case of those and list those on Amazon and also list them on Walmart. So most of the puzzles are either Benton or publishing and workbooks are the same thing because I used to sell them in bundles all the time. But just be mindful of what you can sell. I know we've gone down a rabbit hole, but I wanted you to see that you can actually do searches and you can buy cases of this stuff so that you can sell it yourself. So let's try to get back on track. The next one is, okay, so we talked about puzzles. Definitely, I just want you to know this one is a hot one. Bamboo toilet paper, again, people looking for alternatives to the current situation. Bamboo is an option. It's also environmentally friendly because people are like, yeah, I'm buying a lot of paper products. It's environmentally friendly. Gardens, people are creating gardens outside of produce gardens, like they're planting flowers and whatnot. So gardening supplies, just remember, like Dollar Tree is a perfect example. We used to make these bundles where we had the sprayer, the rake, the little shovel thing, the gloves, the knee pad, and we sold those in a bundle. It was a pack of 5 or a bundle of 5. And we would get all the same colors. So they would have a green one, they would have a purple one, they would have a blue one. And we sold them all together. And that was a great way to make some money, especially food suppliers. So there's like, people are gonna be barbecuing. There's specialty barbecue sauce, specialty hot sauce, specialty seasoning. That's an amazing niche to make a bunch of money. People who know stuff. So I don't know if you guys know that there's this seasoning called Slap Your Mama. That's actually what it's called. And they sell it at Walmart and it sells like crazy. There's a French fry seasoning that you can get from the Dollar Tree that you can sell all day long. It sells all day long if you can find it. Vegan products. So those, again, selling groceries. Vegan products, people are looking for vegan products. They're also looking for products to people who have diabetes, people who have high blood pressure, so low sodium products, people that are gluten-free. So specialty food products, okay? Natural pet care. Again, people are looking for solutions for their pets. So these are products that you can be sourcing where it's not harsh on the animals. Some people are not taking their pets to the groomer, so they're gonna do some of the stuff at home. Eco-friendly supplies, we already talked about that, alternative cleaning supplies, and stuff around mental well-being. Okay, so we are all stressed out. We are all stuck in the house. We are all sometimes losing it, including my kids. So I interrupted a little bit ago because my son took this thing that I had bought that you're supposed to stand on and do the twisty exercise. And this is something for them to do from a sensory standpoint. And he was sliding down the stairs on it, okay? So of course, I couldn't get off of this training to go stop him, so I just took it. But the point is, again, people are losing it. So things to help with their mental being. So when I think about that kind of stuff, I think of the mood music. I think of those tones. I think of the scented candles. I think of the lights. There's these things that you can change the mood in the room with the lighting. I think of essential oils, things that are going to help people with their well-being, books that they can read, activities they can engage in to help them, because this is a stressful time, to help people decompress. Okay, so wearable tech. So think about watches, especially right now where the whole people are looking for oximeters, and that's to test your oxygen levels. So I know that Apple has, I think it's an app, I think it's a Fitbit. Like there's different things that it can check. It can check your temperature, it can check your heart rate, it can check your oxygen levels, it can check your different things. I think blood pressure may be one of them. But those types of tech to help people see how they're doing so that it alerts them early if there's something going on. Hey, you have potentially have COVID-19 because your temperature is higher now and your oxygen levels are lower, whatever it happens to be, or your blood pressure is higher. So people are looking for that kind of stuff. You can get approved to sell watches, and you can get approved to sell wearable tech. And if you can find it for an amazing price, that's great. Um, you know, check into suppliers, see if you can establish a wholesale account or become a distributor for some of these companies. All you have to do is scroll down to the bottom. It's somewhere near like the press release or about the company or something like that. And you reach out to them and tell them you want to become a distributor. They're going to ask you for some information so you can be able to sell their products. So we have, trying to think of what the stupid, it's Revive. So we have a Revive that's to help people with focus and concentration. And they came up with a digital version of it to help people with focus and concentration, other than just the vibrating one. And it's supposed to be an attention getter. It goes off every 5 minutes or every 3 minutes. You set the settings. And so it'll help you to stay on track or on task so that if you're supposed to be doing something, it vibrates and it just kind of helps increase your attention. So I became a distributor for the Revive. Became a distributor because I bought these for my kids. Became a distributor for a couple of other attention, focus and attention products that are out there. The Goalie, I'm trying to think of all the other stuff that we did, the Mind something. There was something else that we can. But the point is, look into that and become a distributor so you can sell those things and you can drive traffic, and then you can get an affiliate commission if you decide you're not going to sell it yourself. So it's another way in which to make money. Become a distributor. Remote interaction, talked about that last week. I mean, people are looking at buying webcams, they're buying speakers, they're buying mics, they're buying all kinds of stuff to be able to interact with people remotely. Or maybe they have to buy an external accessory to be able to do some of those things. Remote education and work from home equipment, gym at home. So we just went to Five Below. Five Below has some gym stuff that people can exercise bands or stretch bands. So if you source them, you know, they're going to be one price somewhere and you can get them for dirt cheap or a little less expensive at Five Below, another store. Work from home equipment, people are, again, companies are closing their doors again because of the fact that the numbers are starting to go up for COVID-19. So more and more people are being pushed to work from home. What do they need? What office supplies do they need? What adjustments do they need to make to their workspace? Do they need bookshelves? Do they need a new desk? Those are all big things. What are the things that go on top of the desk? You know, the little paper clip holders, the pencil holder, the pen holder, the clips. Those are all tiny things. You know, stuff that you would typically source from Staples or Office Depot, Office Max. I think it's Office Depot that's open. But those types of things, musical instruments, people are looking for that. And I've talked about remote education. Sorry, I didn't mean to skip around. Remote education is all of those things that help kids to learn from home. So we just looked at the flashcards for addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Again, flashcards, having kids do flashcards every single day. Okay, arts and crafts, lots of craft activities, especially on the Dollar Tree. And again, you can go to other sites other than the Dollar Tree. There's Dollar Days. That's another site. I mean, we gave you a list on the sourcing, but I want you to think about niches. Lawn activities, things that people can do outside. So badminton is one of those things. People are going to be playing soccer. They get those little flat miniature cones. You can buy those directly at the Dollar Tree. Or you can buy them in bulk if you buy a case from the Dollar Tree. Hair cutting tools, of course. People are not going to the beautician. Some people are. They're just like, oh, look, I'm not going to chance it. But the reality is, who's going to see your jacked up haircut anyway? Nobody's going to see it. Cooking supplies and gardening supplies. So those are all niches that are hot right now. I mean, and there's more than just these, but this is what people are buying. These are the things, home improvement. These are things that people are buying right now. things to do home improvement projects, even if they're small home improvement projects, reorganizing, whatever the case may be. All right, so I want you to, for your next assignment, be thinking about, are any of these niches that are hot niches right now, can I be selling in any of these niches? Am I selling products already? Am I sourcing things that people are looking for? Because your goal is always to source what people are looking for. Don't source random stuff, source what people are looking for. If people aren't looking for, your goal is to flip your money quickly as humanly possible. If it's something that is in the top 1% of the sales rank, it's definitely going to sell in 90 days. And more than likely, it will sell before 6 weeks. So again, it could sell in 1 day. Try to stay in that 1% of the sales rank. Go look at some of these niches on Amazon. Go look at some of those products and see if you can sell or source related products when you go out. And again, you don't have to sell the big stuff. You can sell the small stuff. I named a bunch of small things. All right, so the next thing is sourcing strategies. So sourcing strategies, I was looking at that to see if I spelled it wrong. So we always tell you don't get married to a product. So don't go out there and buy a product and buy like 5 cases of it or 10 pallets. You're going to be hosed. Now, unless you bought all that there is and there is no possible way that anybody else anywhere could ever get it, you can monopolize a category, yes. But the reality is that item moving? If that item is hot and it is moving, somebody will manufacture more of it. And you're going to be stuck with 5 pallets of something that's not moving, or 10 cases, or whatever the case may be. So don't get married to a product. Please don't. Okay? Always do your research before you decide what products you're going to offer or what products you're going to buy. So if you research correctly, if you do your product research correctly, you will source good and make a profit. If you don't source good, you can still make a profit because there's a lot more buyers online right now, but it may take you longer to make a profit, or you may not make a profit. You might just break even. So sourcing correctly, staying in the top 1% of the sales rank is our hack all day long. Also go after those hot niches that I've mentioned before that people are looking for, and try to sell the things that people are buying. Be in front of them. So, just it's trying to be in front of the wave. That's the goal of the surfer. When a surfer goes out and they're going to surfboard, they are looking for the wave and they want to be in front of it so they can ride that wave as long as possible. They know that the wave is going to go away. So your goal is to find the product, get in front of the wave, sell that product. You can get as many sales as possible. And you know that those sales are eventually going to go away. You've got to get in front of the wave. If you are a person that is sourcing stuff that's after the wave, it's going to take you longer to get that money back, get your return on your investment, or to make a profit. You may just end up breaking even. Research your competitors. So if you are a person that is selling in a niche, especially if you're doing private label products or you're doing white label products, and you see that there's an item you've been paying attention to that somebody else is selling, and you're trying to either source it or it's something you can't get on because it's exclusive, they've submitted brand registry so nobody else can get on their listing, then go and see if you can find a related or similar product that you can sell. That's one. And then 2, look at how they created the listing. Look at the images. Look at the description. All of those things matter. Every single one of those things matters. So look at those things to make sure that you are doing the same thing. And this applies to not just Amazon, it applies to any platform that you're selling on. If it is a hot item that is selling like crazy, look at the pictures. Are the pictures great? Are they amazing? Are the clusters great? Look at the description. Look at the keywords. Do they have really good keywords? Do they use a strong title? Those are the things you want to pay attention to. So pay attention to your competitors and what they've done so that you can do the same thing when you either create listings or piggyback off of listings that have great titles, great images, and it looks like they have good keywords in their listing. Try this week selling in a new category. Maybe you've been focused 100% on pets. So maybe you've been doing pet supplies. Maybe you've been doing pet grooming. Try something new. Maybe go over to baby or sell something in housewares. Try a new category and get into another category just as a maybe just sell or list two or three things in a new category. Also, don't overlook the opportunity to sell internationally. Now, I'm not saying to do that right now, but put that on your long game list to look into selling on Amazon Canada. Look into selling on some of these other platforms. Make that one of your long games. If you're doing eBay, look into selling and participating in the eBay Global Shipping Program. So take advantage of that. And when you get to a place where you've got regular sales going, you got profits, and you think you have a great product idea, don't overlook the opportunity to roll out or offer a new product to a customer, because developing new products. So one of the things that I do, my strategy is always creating bundles for things that people will buy. If I know that people are into gardening, I'm going to put together a whole gardening kit. If I know people are into outdoor activities, I'm going to put together an outdoor activities kit. If I know people are into creating their own, vegetable, raised vegetable hydroponic, I think that's what it's called, garden. I'm gonna put together some of the stuff that they're gonna need. I'm not gonna maybe source the big stuff. I'm gonna source the little stuff and market it with the words that people are looking for hydroponic gardens. So be thinking about what opportunities are you potentially overlooking when it comes to sourcing, because that's going to yield you the fastest return on investment. And if you're selling something that's already moving, or you put together a bundle of products that are already moving, or a niche that's already moving. All right. So sourcing strategies, you talked about wholesale. I suggested a couple of times. Reaching out to reach out to the wholesale suppliers. Just flip the item over on the back. It will either tell you who's the distributor, who is the wholesale supplier. Like most of the time, it'll show the distributor. But you can look it up, see who the wholesale is, maybe contact them, get a wholesale account. The manufacturer, where is it manufactured, and get an account with them directly. Those are sourcing strategies. You can also use, some people are doing handmade stuff, so we already know that face masks are moving like crazy, okay? A lot of people are selling face masks, now they're selling on all kinds of platforms. So look into handmade things. If there's somebody that you know that doesn't have a store up, you can make some money, maybe make a commission for every single sale that they get. If you know that this is their gift and their talent, and they haven't taken the time to create their own Etsy, Amazon, eBay, whatever listing, go help them. Even if it's a Facebook listing, like, okay, let me help you. Let me help you get some more traction on your stuff. So handmade products all day long, handmade soap, handmade cleaners, like household cleaners, handmade lotions, candles, gels, things like that. People are still interested in those things. So if you make any of those things, or if you know somebody who does, maybe you can make some money by helping create listings for them, or you create your own listing and source directly from them. Like, look, I'm going to list your thing on these other 5 platforms for you, and or 2 or 1. And every time you get a sell, I'd like to get a commission, because I'm going to help drive more traffic to your store, increase your presence. Existing marketplaces, we already talked about sourcing from existing ones. So sometimes, sourcing from somebody who's got, especially the person who's tanked the price on something, like I will just either buy all their inventory or drive traffic to that listing, so I can get them off the listing. So my listing will be next in the rotation. If there's only 2 of us on it and it's, the buy box, they're holding me up. You can also source from them and then resell the same item at a higher price. Okay. So if they're selling something for $2.99 and you know that it's selling for $19.99, I'd buy that all day long. I buy everything they got and have them ship it to me and then turn around and resell it. I sure would all day long. eBay, sometimes you can find some great things to source on eBay. So we used to sell bracelets. We used to sell bracelets from eBay onto Amazon, and we would buy it from the eBay seller. And then once the eBay seller or somebody bought it, we would ship it to the customer, merchant fulfilled on Amazon from the eBay listing. So it's the opposite of what people sometimes do when they take things from Amazon and list it on eBay. I do the reverse. You can also sometimes find there's the China, like the manufacturing plants or the distributors, they will sometimes have things on eBay instead of buying it on AliExpress or Alibaba. Do that and buy it from them. And then that way you can sell it on Amazon or any other platform that you want to sell it on. Trade shows. We don't have any right now. Like, I don't know of any trade shows that are happening. I think White Label is supposed to be happening in July, and I doubt that it's going to happen. And even if it does happen, I don't think anybody's going to go. I mean, I'm just being honest. So product sourcing companies, you can go through their directories and see. So the White Label conference or expo that's supposed to be coming up, that's a good one. And then Alibaba, I gave that as a platform option. So any questions about those things that we talked about? Any questions whatsoever? All right, so I've opened up your mic. I want you to ask me any questions before we wrap up, because we actually are wrapping up for the first time in 1 hour. So for next week, I do want you to review your existing listings and also look into other categories in which you can sell in. Look into products that maybe you had never thought about selling before, because again, these are things that are moving. So if you are riding the wave, you're getting in front of the sales that are going to be coming. So get in front of those sales, make sure that you're sourcing for those items so that you can take advantage of those sales, and your item, you won't hold on to that inventory very long. The inventory will move very quickly. I do want you to increase the number of items that you listed from last week. So if you only listed 25 items last week, try to list 35. If you only listed 100, try to list 125. But try to increase your number, because we got 7 weeks left to go. And we want to help you get to your number, get to your sales. Make sure you're reviewing your why, your daily target numbers, attend any of the Q&A sessions that you have questions. Go back and rewatch this session. Hopefully it'll spark some ideas on things that you can be sourcing. And then check the membership site. I'll be uploading some stuff for resources and templates. We do encourage you to join the Facebook group. But yeah, what questions do you have? You can type them in the chat. All righty then. So next week, what are we talking about next week? I know week 6 we're talking about bundles. Next week I can't remember what we're talking about. I got to go back and look. Let's see. Did we put next week? Nope. Don't forget the Q&A. Hold on. Let me go see what we're talking about next week. Just a second. I got to go look that up. Reverse sourcing and diversifying. So next week we're talking about reverse sourcing and diversifying. So we're going to be giving you some strategies and techniques that you can use for reverse sourcing. That is what we are covering next week. All right, so if you have any questions, come join the Q&A. Come ask your questions. And we just want to encourage you to just be consistent in your business. Go check and make sure you're doing the things that you need to do to be consistent. All right, I am going to say goodbye for now. And feel free to join the Q&A if you have any questions. Bye-bye.